guys, welcome back to Conversations with Kanyomozi. My name is Lisa Kanyomozi Bravoni. The faces of June right here. June, July, one of the two. Anyway, we've got Sharon.
Sharon, and you?
And Tracy.
Tracy Nakayenga.
Okay, so if you've watched the first episode from when they got onto the page, we shared on how we became friends. We attended the training, and we happened to be the youngest people, so obviously we're the ones with the vibes. Darn. I just remember that night when you left the place and returned but first spoke.
Yeah. So good. Actually, I think that's the night we proper bonding.
Yeah, that's the night we actually became friends. Yeah. And then after that, we created a group chat so we can stay in touch, and we've since had the day when we fell down collectively. Yeah. That's our party. Yeah. We've had fun experiences. We're always a bad idea, but good time. We're not a good idea, all three of us. So, what has your experience been? Because this one we're going to talk about friendship off of the friendship section in the book, and there's pick and choose, which is an article where I share the importance of picking and choosing. A lot of people say I can't be friends with women. By the way, red flag. But also a lot of people share experiences on how they've been stabbed in the back, and that's valid, I guess. But also, how do you make your friend selection, right? Like, how do you take time to pick and choose who you call your friend and who you allow into your life? So what has your experience been friendshiping? Good, bad? Okay. Who's starting? Who's starting?
Wow. I think definitely, I wouldn't say it has been smooth all through. There are definitely like the highs and the lows. But I think from the very beginning, I noticed that my circle of friends was mostly good vibes. You know, it's where you hang out with, you have a good time, and then you go back home. But then you sit back and you evaluate, you're like, I've never really had an in-depth conversation with this person, finding out how are they, what are they doing, what kind of work do they do, you know how many siblings do they have, are their parents still alive, like who is married, nephews, nieces, such kinds of things, you know. And I found that very dangerous in terms that what happens to you when you're in a dire situation, and sometimes you're just sitting there, you want to cry on someone's shoulder, you want to rant, but there's no one to listen to you. You just can't randomly start texting someone you hang out with that, I'm going through this, and they're like, no, we're just a good vibes, like why are you pouring all this shit on me? I'm not ready. I'm not in the mental space to take in your information. So eventually I started being more selective. Yes, there are those friends, good vibes and everything, but then there are those people who, you will sit down, and by the time you have when you see them, it's like you've caught up on all the goods, the bads, you've learned.
The in-between.
Yes, the in-between, everything. Like when you leave, you're like a new person, you know. Like when you go to the shower and you feel fresh. There are those people you just sit with and you feel refreshed when you've talked to them. Yeah. So that was my journey.
Okay. I think it's an experience for many of us that you're going to have both good experiences and bad experiences with friendship. But I'm glad I have had mainly good experiences with friendship. I think when I turned 18, I saw a quote that said quality over quantity. And that spoke to me so much. And that's when I started cutting out people. There are some people who are your friends because they've known you all your life. Yeah. So you went to school together, you've done uni together, and the only thing holding you is that history. But I find that these days my experiences with friendships are, like Sharon said, more intentional. Yeah. So I actually pick and not actually point, but in my head, I point at someone and I look at them and I say, okay, I want that person to be my friend. And I start, engaging with them on that level. But also this is something I always tell my siblings. If you want to have good friends, because, we talk about them, they're telling me the experiences of betrayal and all these things. And I tell them, you know what? If you want to have good friends, be a good friend. Yes. So also my experience with friendship is I have been actively doing the work of being a good friend.
Yes.
And this is something, Lisa, I talked about recently, about intimacy in friendships. Yeah. I think my friends that I had, like Sharon, was also just, party, good times. But I can't claim to be your friend when I don't know you intimately. And intimately is many things. Yeah. I don't know where you stay. And like for me, you're not my friend if I've never been to your house.
Because just imagine, God forbid, Lumbe. Where do you start saying, you guys have started social media every single weekend, but
and
I don't know
you're
where to
friend.
start.
So they are calling you, by the way, where is so and so?
I also don't know.
Like, that's weird. Like, I can't claim to be your friend. I don't know your home. Maybe you've never been inside the house, but at least I can take myself there. I don't know your siblings, or your siblings don't even know me.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's not someone I can call a friend. Then you're just an acquaintance. Like, you, my parents don't know your name. For me, that's so important to me. For my parents to know my friends.
Yeah.
So if my parents don't know you, then you're not my friend. Like, if they can't pick you out, because I'm always talking about my friends.
Yeah.
So if they can't pick you out, then you're definitely not my friend. So basically, I think my experience of friendships now is more at an intimate level. That I know you beyond just the nice times. I know the things that make you sad. I know a bit about your fears that you've shared with me. And also for me, my friends now are safe spaces for me.
Yeah.
I always try to live authentically. So I have to be authentic around you for me to consider you my friend. Like, I don't have to pretend, have any airs about me, like things I don't like, do things I don't do things I don't usually do, just, so I've had mainly a good experience with friendships. And those that didn't work out, I also don't want to say it's them. It could have been me and I don't know. But I think for me, the way I look at those that didn't work out, who are not working out now, is we just outgrew each other. And that's okay. I've been thinking a lot about outgrowing your friends. I don't know what you guys have to say about that. Like, outgrowing your friends, especially friends you started with, like, you were in primary school together or high school together, uni together, but now you're at different growth points. And it's not even levels over, like,
yeah, different. I mean, levels of not of growth. Not of like life.
So you're at different levels of growth. Your outlook on life is not theirs. And like, friendship breakups suck like that.
But I think
they're outgrowing each other.
I'm a firm believer, like, everyone plays a part in your life, or they have a chapter. Yes, there are people whose chapters are like eternal. That's well and good. But then also there's like, I also feel like there's also, what's it called? Like the magnitude of the chapter you play. So, it could be the type of people who we see each other Monday to Monday. And then 3 years later, we can go months. But it's not like it's bad blood. It's just that, like, you play the role and I played the role that was necessary in that time, and it's done. So I'm not, I'm a firm believer outgrowing is normal. I don't think you should, now we don't say hi, because we don't go for brunch every week.
And even if you outgrow each other, it doesn't mean you should have bad blood.
I still have love for you, but we just can't move at the same
pace.
time.
So on that, I like that you both mentioned the importance of, like, intimate, intentional friendships. And I say this on my page, guys. There's a thing I do. Adopt the word acquaintance. It's fine. Or colleague. We've sat around each other. Or we just sort of get to know each other. When I adopt, guys, people who. And this is so your friend. I'm like, me. First of all, the person's politics and my politics, me. No. So what are the values? The person's values and my values. I think I'm a very value-based person. Like, what is important to you? Like, how do you carry yourself? You as you. My underlying is at least now I've even changed in the name of grace. At least have some feminist practices. just like a bit. Like, let's have somewhere to start from. I think that's where I can start friendship from. So what are your values that you look into people to be able to say, okay, now we can build a friendship? Or, like, you see how you said, when you look at someone, you now look to engage with them a lot more and be their friend. What are those things that you spot out and you're like, okay, this one we can mesh?
I think there's a lot. I was going to say honesty, but like, sometimes someone walks into a room and then
instantly you're drawn to them.
Like that. I don't know how to call it, but I'm just going to say warmth, for lack of a better word. Like, they're just warm, and even just talking to them, you just get lost in the listening to them. Like, those are people like, I want to be around you.
Can I enter you?
Yes. Can I be in your bag? Like, everywhere you go. Like, I feel like such people have, like, this aura around them, and, like, such a vibe. I would definitely want to have it like as part of me as well. And the more you extend, like, warmth, like, the more you give, you also receive, I believe. So if you're that kind of person, I would definitely want you to be in my friend circle. I also feel like honesty might be tricky, but someone truthful to their values. You can't say you this, and then tomorrow you're going behind my back
Like
to
you're
say,
being shady.
yeah, I feel like, yes, being shady. If you see that I've done something wrong,
Yeah.
like, please come and talk to me directly.
Yeah.
With your full
Don't go around
chest.
in corners.
Don't go through the corners, and then by the time I get it, information has been converted to I don't know what, and it's something bad completely, you know. So like being open-minded, honest, and like just being truthful.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like saying the truth hurts. But I don't even know why we keep saying the truth hurts when we should be receptive to
of the truth.
Yeah, of the
I also
truth.
feel like friends would take criticism and take it
Positively, yeah.
Yes.
But obviously, you have to know how to word it. Don't come
Yeah.
yeah. Like in the softness or the love or just understanding. Like maybe when I tell Sharon something, you want to be told
In
like
this
in
way.
this space,
Yeah.
and I say word by words. But yet for you, I make banana. No, whatever you did last week, no.
Yeah.
Maybe that's for you.
Yeah.
And just and that goes to understanding and having intentional friendships and understanding the people that you're dealing
Understanding your
with. What are
friends.
your values?
There are very many because I like to surround myself with people who I can tolerate.
Yeah.
So
Tolerate.
Love. No, of course,
Love
and
is-
tolerate.
yeah.
But one of the values, I'm not going to repeat the ones you guys have said, but respect and boundaries for me is important in
Yeah.
friendships. And I've also just learned this thing growing up.
Yeah.
Like, while we are growing in my friendships, that as a friend, I have to respect you.
Yeah.
I won't come at you in any way. You talked about calling out your friends in love.
Yeah.
That's how you call out your friend in love also shows how much you respect them.
Yeah.
Because if you come at, like, of course, even that friend who you tell, but
You don't
there's
get to
still a way
there's a way that you do
you
it
do
from a
it.
place of love. Yeah.
But also boundaries. How far can your friend go?
Yeah.
And how far can you go as their
friend as well.
is very important to me. But also English.
Reciprocation.
That's one.
We're gonna
Like,
put it there.
Yes, you have to. I feel like we are gardens, so we
Yeah.
have to be fed into.
Yeah.
So if I check up on you,
Yeah.
I
You
should
have
not
to
expect it, but you should
should
also
do the
check up
same
on
thing,
me.
yeah.
So I can't be always the one calling,
Yeah,
texting, calling to meet up all the time. Like, we have to have that good balance.
Balance
That I
between
feed
the-
you, you also.
So that I know I'm loved as well. Yeah.
You also feed me. And I also don't like yes men or yes women.
Friendships, yeah.
Yes friendships.
Friendships.
like, because I like this,
Now
you also
want
want to like
yes.
it. Like, I value people who are independent
individuals,
and
yeah.
who are individuals.
Yeah.
Like, I am your friend because of some
Yeah.
reason. I'm not your friend because you're like me.
Yeah.
I'm your friend because
Because there's this
there's
element
this thing about you
you
that I
Yeah.
like. So I don't want you to become me or to
Yeah.
try and fit in.
Yeah.
I also don't like friends who try and fit in. Like, be yourself.
So yeah.
I keep telling people, as an adult, there's no reason for you to lie.
Who
Like, nobody's
is going to beat you?
In your father's house, who's
No one is
going
going
to
to come and beat you. So as an adult,
You
you
know
don't
that
have
you pay
to.
your own rent.
Yes, yeah.
As an adult, you don't have to lie. You don't have to live a fake life.
Yeah.
Like, if be yourself.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be your friend because I saw you as
that
this
element
person.
of your
So
individuality.
if you change and you're trying to be like everybody else, then for me,
It doesn't make sense. It's not making
So
sense.
what happens when you first met this person? They presented this version of themselves, and then eventually, when you get to know them, you realize that it's a facade and they're not being their true selves. Do you like just cancel them immediately, or you first talk to them and see if they're open to actually being themselves?
Same,
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't speak on that topic because I've not actually
experienced
experienced that, like a friend being one thing, and then the
as
more I get to
we're-
know them, there's
we
something
grow in love,
else.
and then we're completely different.
But what I appreciate is growth.
Yeah.
That you can have changed, but it's from a point of growth, not because you're faking it.
No, the faking it type.
Oh, the faking it type. No, I don't know how to handle that.
My friends-
Thank God I don't have like fake friends who
Distance
fake
is
it.
key.
But yeah, I agree. Distance
distance,
yourself from
yeah.
them, because maybe calling out someone and telling them, "Yo, I think you're living a fake life."
Oh my
Like,
God.
this one
Might
is
be-
else.
but also
Like,
it could
maybe you
be
distance yourself
that's
from
just who
them.
their character is as a person. So then like they don't want to grow. They don't want to change. They just want to be this fake persona.
Yeah,
Like, so it's not. I don't think you're now in Jesus.
Yeah. And definitely when you tell them, they'll probably move them like, this person has discovered my fake face, let me go on to the next. Yeah.
Guys, I almost forgot one thing. Another value I look for in friends is a friend who's family oriented.
Yeah.
I am so family oriented. I'm
Literally.
very close to my family.
Yeah.
And so
Hey, so please, you are picking us out. Hey, we're being scheduled.
No, like, one thing we share in common is how family oriented we are.
Yeah,
like, we're so close to our families. And thinking about all my friends, they are also so close to their families. Because, and I understand that sometimes family can be a point of pain for
and
some
trauma.
people and trauma. But when it's known, like, why aren't you close to your family? Like, you get, like, that's something I really look out for in
What are your
friendships.
home values?
Yeah, well, like, what are your home values? Generosity.
Yeah.
Are you a generous friend? Not only with money, but time,
Yeah.
plugs. One thing about Lisa, guys, this girl can share plugs. Like, to the point of panties. You can tell her, Lisa, that panty looks good. Where did you get it? This girl
So this one. And I don't know
will
what
give you
people
directions. Like, oh, by the way, it's here. Like, this is the shop. This is the number.
Worst case scenario, I don't know that person, I don't know the number, but here's the road. You figure yourself out when you reach there.
So it's in small things like that, sharing your plugs. If you read an interesting book, why don't you be generous to your friend who you also
don't have to be clever.
I know. Hey, why don't you want your friends to also be clever? So generosity is also very big
important. For me. Yeah, I like that. So so let's wrap this up on like a fun note. I like the question that we asked each other. In that, how do you think? I saw this on TMI. Yeah. So in the event that you had to like call me out, not by politics, but say my outfit or something that's not sitting right. How would you address? Do you feel it's okay for your friends to address those things? Okay, let me go back. So I'm a firm believer in when I see someone either has done the wrong hairstyle for their or is wearing the wrong color, or like I'm like, but you're friends, they don't like you. Because I have friends. I went and did the wrong manicure, my dear. Everyone told me your nails are ugly. Take them off tomorrow. So how do you? What are your politics around that? Around navigating which would in this case be hard conversations with your friends.
Sharon is the one who works with conflict
So
resolution.
Should be the first to share tips. I feel like before you like call out someone, you should find them in the right headspace.
Yeah.
I can't be at a bar having a good time and you're like, but you last
Girl,
week you did ABCD. Like they should be in a space where they're open to having a conversation about that particular thing.
Yeah.
But like things about like someone's outfit, hair, what sometimes you can say it in a joking way, but like also on a serious on a serious note. Okay, there's like jokes, but then eventually like, but this hair really the color doesn't complement you. You know, can you like maybe change or like the other trick is you can just say, oh, this looks good better on you. So you wear more of that instead of like always having the feedback come out in a negative way. So
I think I take on that approach more. First of all, I hate conflict. I don't like fights or things like that. And I try to avoid things that bring out fights. So I take on the approach of suggesting things that I think would look better on you. So I might not come and tell you, Lisa, your nails are ugly. But I would send you a cheap Pinterest nail design and be like, Lisa, for your next nail design,
this one should be
consider this. So I think that is how I go about it. I might not decide to come and tell you, girl, your shoes are ugly. Even if in my head I'm thinking, okay, like you should have done better. But I tell you, like, maybe this would look much better on you than actually the other one. Although I appreciate people who actually can't come and tell you like
Okay. So you've had headspace options. Mine would definitely be. I tell you as like I'll listen to how you like to be criticized, but I'll tell you as is. I think I learned that from Paul. Because Paul.
Lisa misses you.
I miss her so much. But no, like from when we were kids, I remember the first time she's going to kill me when she watches it. But like I used to do nails where I used to do them like DT. So then you know those nails where they put like swashes or something. So now I would now do hair and I would do
even
also it was matching. Like but sure we're working together.
Embarrassing.
I don't think she hates flats. She was like, Madam, those are not the best shoes you can wear today. And honestly, it the first hit is like, And then this is someone who loves me.
Yeah.
And they want to tell me directly, not beat around the bush, because I may not get the options. Next week I do my nose.
If I don't catch
But
on.
yeah. So guys, make sure you're true friends. Pick and choose. And in all this, in this question, choose people who are honest to you. Like they are willing to go through that conflict, and at least later when you're not wearing heels, you're like, I like that. I like it now. Thank you so much for watching Conversations with Kanye Bozi. The production team is always Net Studios Africa. Go ahead and check them out on social media. The set team is the wonderful Goldman's Luxury, who you should hire for your events, corporate, family, whatever it is. The clothes that Eugene keeps us looking like a cutie. And Owanita is definitely on the jewelry and accessories. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.